So yeah, so obviously on block, even at the round start position, right? We go a little closer, in like range 2 position, which is where you're poking range. See with fireball, you're even to -4, 0 to -4. That's how projectiles work on block. Now we go here. If you swing too late, you get punished. Like, in the trade, go into this range, walk back with punish. Walk back with punish. Like, there's a lot about fireballs on hit. You're still plus. So that's kind of why I'm saying range 2 is more where you're using your fireballs more as pokes or whiff punishing. You're poking them out of startup, or you're whiff punishing their options. You're walking back and forth. There's also a big key thing I also need to make a note of. A lot of zoners usually have good backwalk speed. Yeah, most zoners in fighting games have very good backwalk speed. Okay, so yeah, so when you're playing a zoner, like if you're in a range 2 and you're very much forced to combat, you're very much more forced to use like a 2M or even 4M for certain things. Because if fireball is too slow, you still have 4M to punish. You have a 2M to punish. Because your 2M or your 4M is going to be faster than heavies. Now, obviously, if you go to M's, it's going to be a little different. But you can still whiff punish by walking out of range. And whiff punish. This is part of the zoning game. Like, you're going to use these 4M and 2M to go ahead and get your whiff punishes. And utilizing your walk speed in this range to do that. Because if you make your opponent's whiff, there's a lot of recovery. There's a lot of recovery on whiffs in this game. There's a lot of time to, like for moving. Especially whiffing heavies, right? So getting your opponents to whiff and not necessarily punishing them does fine, just for like, the zoning aspect. Because the thing is, when you're playing in neutral, you want to remain in neutral. And in remaining in neutral is being able to move, staying out of range of what your opponents can throw out at you. If you can walk while your opponent's swinging, you are in a neutral position. When you're not able to, then you're not neutral. You're now playing footsies. But when you can walk out, you're playing the neutral game. A lot of people think neutral is like, oh, these pokes, I'm gonna try to go ahead and do all this type of stuff and throw out normals. Look at this neutral. That's not neutral. This is neutral. Moving around is neutral. Avoiding obstacles. All that's part of neutral. Like, as long as you can maintain your mobility while your opponent's trying to move around and try to swing on you, as long as you're able to maintain mobility and movement, that's neutral. That's neutral. And a lot of people usually get that confused. And that's kind of one of the big reasons of, why I feel that, Metera is a really strong character. She has the ability to... She has slow forward walk speed, but she has really great back walk speed. She also has this guy, 5U, to move around. You cannot tell me that a zoner is not that great when they have a double jump. Like, bruh, come on. And we also have different arcs for this. Because usually when we throw projectiles, it's usually us going forward. We can also, we're usually going backwards. We also can change things with the new changes with going forward fireballs if necessary. And then of course, have an EX shot in the old one, and then a further EX shot to actually go full screen range. Do EXTK back arrow to 2U. But yeah, when you get tools like this, your character's not bad. Your character's better. Also, Butterfly. This has always been a very strong tool and always makes your opponent have to think about how they're going to approach you. And also, know what's great about this thing? Now that we have an arcing Butterfly, it goes a little faster, but it also goes at a different range. Like, so if you wanted to get the corner carry, like, yeah, at least like stuff like that, you get corner carry and such. The fact that we have a lot of good mobility options and actual ways to poke at the opponent, maintain the range 3. It was kind of crazy to me because like everyone's like, yo, this character's worse, and I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Like this shit is great. The fact that I can actually get this to actually hit more consistently. Also, getting at the trade in those type of situations. You know, you can also use arrow rain in the process of zoning. So not only do you have a high shot, you have a low shot, you have butterfly. You also have arrow rain, and which can also trigger the butterfly. And if somebody jumps in at you, like, it's just too many good things. I'm gonna miss heavy loops, but Metera seems still strong in me. Yeah, the character's still good. Like, seriously. And then you get stuff like that. I did like 3.5. I did a little over 3.5K, and then I got full screen. And so you reset neutral. You're literally at range 4 now. So you know what you can do? If you wanted to, throw out a slow fireball to like catch people trying to roll or spot dodge your options. You know, the one thing that he was complaining about. That's why we have different speeds. You have M and L, and of course like heavy, which is pretty much the speed of M. So pretty much, if you think someone's gonna roll your shit, use a light fireball. If you want to go ahead and put a little bit of a threat out there, continue to throw all these fireballs, right? You're at range 4. Utilize your projectile. Utilize your tool set. Like, seriously. Metera can still be scary at range 4 if you're actually utilizing your butterfly, especially this new one. Like, what's funny is that I can get that to cross up too. Like, you can get a jump, you get a pretty unique jump in. You can also use that to, like, you know, force people to not want to jump, to make it a little easier to call people out for running directly at you. There's a lot of things about this charged butterfly that people just aren't really utilizing just yet. Let's see. And also, like, you know, and the fact that our SSBA is faster, it's okay. That's what easy input's for. But yeah, like, that's kind of the thing. There, I did the natural input, okay? There, I did the natural input. You happy now? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's one of those things that I've been telling everybody. Metera is totally fine. It's just up to people actually having to do, you know, to execute the game plan. Is it hard to execute? Yes, because zoning is hard. There's a lot of thinking that comes into zoning. Not only do you have to take into consideration what you're doing, but you have to take into consideration what the opponent is doing, how they want to approach. Like, zoning is just inherently difficult to do, especially if that's what your character thinks. Sonic thinks she's really bad. And here's the thing, though. Is she really bad if he's still playing her? If the character was so bad, why don't you just drop her? It's like I mentioned earlier, get your head out your ass, look at yourself, and be like, what am I not doing? Can't drop because of horny. Fair enough. But still, at the end of the day, maybe he needs to just put his focus on the right things instead of the things that distract him. At the end of the day, I think I've already proven to everyone why this character is still good and why his video was absolutely wrong. It's like, man. Like, here's the thing a lot of people may not know about me, unless you've known me for years. I like making people look stupid. Don't let me have an opportunity to have you look stupid. There's a reason why I play Metera, because Metera makes people do dumb things. And that's one of the big reasons why I play her. It's like, well, people do stupid stuff, so I can punish them for doing stupid stuff. And it's funny to me. All my character choices are literally on that.